Windsurfers. Well, there's something I haven't seen in a while. Makes perfect sense, tucked up behind Fogland Point here. The wind is blowing straight over this low peninsula, but the water is completely sheltered, so it's virtually calm. Makes an old guy feel young again. Not that I was ever as good as any of these guys. These are obviously some very avid windsurfers. But it brings to mind a thought that I've always been grateful that I learned to sail one of these, even if it was a far less professional way. I think anybody that really wants to become an instinctive sailor and understand sailing in its full measure can benefit from a windsurfer proficiency. The reason for that's very simple. The windsurfer doesn't have a rudder. There's only one way to get home for dinner when you set out on a windsurfer, and that is to learn the effect of changing the balance between the sail area and the underwater area. You steer a windsurfer by shifting the center of effort of the sail forward or aft. The underbody of the windsurfer, that's daggerboard and fin, remaining constant. So what you end up learning is a skill that basically carries over to any kind of sailboat. This is the essence of sailing, really, is, or balancing a sailboat, I should say. The essence is understanding the difference between the center of effort of the sail and the underwater center. And that's what you're watching. That's how you steer, turn, tack, jibe. It's basically how you control the direction you're traveling on a windsurfer. So I'm glad to see there's still a thing. These days, seems like everything on the water in terms of personal water toys has foils and fins. And I know there are foil boards, kite boards, that sort of thing. I'm not putting those down, but if you want the basic elemental understanding of sail area center versus underwater area center, this is it right here. Find yourself an antiquated 1980s big, heavy, full buoyancy windsurfer board, calm body of water, and just get out there and play around with it. Of course, it is a lot easier when you're younger and your back's stronger. Even then, I remember this was a formula for a sore back at the end of the day, but well worth it. The lessons learned are valuable throughout your sailing in any kind of vessel. I'm glad I got to see this today. This was a real treat.